Vicki from Aussie Stampers. Welcome to my channel. Today we're making a card, and it's a pop-up card. And it's made with a stamp set called Happy Celebrations and a sale-a-bration stamp set. But I'm going to show you how the mechanism works. You can see I've done some cuts here with my craft knife. I folded the card in half to create these cuts. I'll show you now what it looks like when it's folded in half. And all I did was make some cuts in the card at equal distances apart. And the middle two cuts that I made, or the third and fourth cuts, watching here, are slightly deeper than the others. So the first and the second cuts are 3/4 of an inch deep. The middle two cuts are 1 1/4 inch deep. And the next two cuts are the same as the first 3/4 inches deep. And I've cut this card piece slightly smaller than a regular card size because I want to layer it inside a yellow card base. See how they pop up like that? That's the mechanism and how it works. It's quite simple. Once you've made a couple of these, you could make them with 1, 2, 3 or more pop-up sections in them. So it's slightly smaller than a regular piece of cardstock. Both pieces I've scored down the middle, and you can see how that's going to layer inside. So it's a really fun card, and it's easy. So I'm going to use the happy on the outside of the card, happy birthday to you, and on the inside of the card I'm going to put the words let's celebrate, or time to celebrate. So I'm going to get that nicely folded. These little pandas that I'm about to show you are absolutely gorgeous, and they are free as a celebration item. So celebration starts in January, and you can pop over to my online store then and grab yours. They're fantastic little stamps, and you'll see in a moment. But this stamp set, Happy Celebrations, is available now, and I've made quite a few cards with this. I really like it. So I'm using Tuxedo Memento ink in black and a stamp positioner. Now this is not the Stampin' Up stamp positioner. Mine hasn't arrived yet. But I'm just going to use this one because that's what I have. I love these sort of tools because it helps you ink up a second or third time to get a really solid image. Just loving that. So that's the front of the card, and I will add some more decoration to it later. Now I want to get the inside of the card stamped. And I'm doing it sideways just because that's the way the paper will fit in. But it says time to celebrate. I love this brush script. Modern calligraphy. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely love that. Now I'm going to show you these little pandas. There's 3 little pandas and a few other things that come in this stamp set, and it is absolutely free with Celebration for every $90 you spend Australian, excluding postage and handling. You get to choose a free item, and this was one of the things I chose in my Celebration freebies. So there's 3 cute little party pandas ready to go on their pop-up pieces. So I want to adhere this middle piece to the outside. So I'm going to grab some Tombow multi-adhesive to do that because I want it adhered to the front of the card and the back of the card. And I keep my adhesives in this cute little pen cup that I got from Kmart for $2. I love it. I have a whole selection of those. I keep paintbrushes. I keep my Tombow multi-adhesive with the nibs down so that it's always ready to go. You want some glue on those middle pieces, but not on the pieces that are going to pop up. And I'm lining it up on the fold line of the Daffodil Delight card, which is the yellow card. And I'm doing one side at a time. And to adhere this next piece, rather than do it while the card is open, I'm actually going to close the card up over the top of it. If you try and do this while the card's open, it's just not going to sit right for you. So make sure you do it this way. There we go. There's the mechanism. And I love how you can see the yellow peeking through the back of that. So I'm just going to cut out those cute little guys with my paper snips. And when you're cutting things out, fussy cutting like this, I'm leaving a white border around the outside just so that it'll give them a little bit more strength. I'm cutting a really thin piece to add on to the back of that balloon just to strengthen it because I don't want it to go all bendy when I make the card. I want it to last. But you'll see later on I need to adjust this anyway, because what I didn't realise was this balloon is actually going to stick out the top of the card when it's closed. So I had to adjust it, but I'll show you that in a moment. But we'll get up to the next part, which is cutting out all your little guys, the 3 little pandas. They're so cute. One of them has a balloon, the other one has a little love note, and the other one has a party hat. So I'm bringing in a Daffodil Delight marker and colouring in the balloon. I'm colouring in the little envelope that this little guy is holding onto. And then I'm going to colour in the party hat on the 3rd little guy. Just the hat, not the yellow spots. So I'll use the fine tip of the marker for that to get around those white circles, leave those circles white. And it's just enough that it's a really, I think it's a really cool colour scheme. It's one of my favourites, black, white and Daffodil Delight. So just line them up where you want them, put a dab of glue on the back, give it a moment to set, and you can put them either side. I decided to put this little guy on the left, and the tubbier guy is a little bit wider, so I put him on the right. So this is what they look like. Cute! But I noticed that when I closed up the card, the balloon was sticking out the top. So just to fix that, I've cut the string of the balloon and I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. And in fact, this is going to give me 2 things. It's going to actually make this little balloon that's standing up even stronger, because it's going to have now 4 layers on the back of it. So it makes it super sturdy anyway. So it kind of worked out in the end, so it doesn't really matter. But you have to make sure that you shorten that string, otherwise he won't fit. Now for the front, I'm bringing in some black washi tape, black and white. Love this. And it just ties in with the colour scheme so well. And is there a quicker way to decorate the front of a card than washi tape? I don't think so. It's pretty cool. Loving it. And then all I need to do is just trim off the edges. So bring in some paper snips and trim off all those pieces that are sticking out, give them a nice smooth edge. There it is, finished. So, sale-a-bration pandas. Look for them in January at my online store. Grab yours. I hope you enjoyed today's project. I'll see you again next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this project. Bye for now.